Welcome back to TaraChessAcademy. Today we're going to learn about Crazy Rook and how it can help us to save the game.
Hello everyone. Yes, today we have a very interesting topic and we're going to show you two examples how you can force a draw using a crazy rook. The first position that you see is very nice. It's probably the most popular, the most famous position and example of the crazy rook. Yeah. So first of all, let's evaluate the position. So Tara, what do you think? Is it better for a white or for a black?
I think it's better for black because they have a queen and two pawns, and they're also threatening a checkmate if they
Yeah.
move their pawn to g2.
Yeah, you're right. So of course, black's position looks really like a winning position, so that's why white should be happy to make a draw. Okay, so how can you create some draws ideas? Yeah, first of all, we may see that the white king is staying at the corner, right? So it doesn't have any moves, and if there is no rook on the chessboard, so we can get a stalemate. So could be a nice idea for us. Okay, so it means that we can try to sacrifice the rook in this position. So what ideas do you have, Tara? What should we start with?
There's two checks with the rook if you go to b8 or if you go to d7.
So which
If
one
you
should we
go,
try?
I think d7 is better because if you go to b8, it won't work since the king would try to escape.
Oh, okay, let me try. So I play rook b7. Yeah, I think that the plan is to get to the first rank with the king, and then the queen can help, yeah, can protect it. So let's watch this example. Yeah, so you say the king even doesn't try to capture the rook in this position. So king f1, we would like to hide it. And after rook b1, we just play queen e1, yeah? So even after black loses the queen, it's still an absolutely winning position, yeah? So still two pawns that can promote. So that's why let's go back, yeah? And let's see what is the difference between playing rook b8 and rook d7, yeah? Okay, so first let's think what happens if the king captures. So what is on the chessboard?
You said the white king is in the corner, and it can't go to g1 or g2 or h2 because the queen is controlling all the spots. And it's at the corner of the board. It doesn't have any moves.
Yeah, so it looks like a stalemate, right? So it's a draw. It means that it's good for us, so we don't lose. Okay, so let's go back. What if the king tries to escape? What would you do?
We want to go to c7 if we want to make a draw because d8, you saw before, they would come down the board.
Yeah, of course. So king goes to b8, and we just should move the rook at the 7th rank. It's also very good that the queen is not able to help. Yeah, so the queen can't capture the rook, which is very good for us. Yeah, so that's why the king tries to escape. It's just like repetition, perpetual check. Yeah, and now probably you can see why this rook is a crazy rook, because like each move, white tries to sacrifice it. Yeah, so just repetition and it's a draw. So yeah, nice example. Let's go to the next position. Yeah, okay, so let's first evaluate this position. Let's think maybe someone has an extra material. So what do you think, Tara?
I think black is better. Also, they're threatening a checkmate. If the queen captures a pawn, then it'll be checkmate.
Yeah, just mate in one. And also it looks like black has an extra pawn in this position, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also if the queen tries to go to c1 and stop the checkmate, then you would lose your bishop.
Yeah, of course, doesn't look good for us. So maybe in this position, of course, it's not about making a stalemate because there are too many pieces on the chessboard, but I still think that white can try to use an idea of the crazy rook, yeah? So we should start with rook c8. And of course, first we have to discuss what happens if black captures. So Tara, what would you do after king takes c8?
Now there's two ways you can win the queen, but but I would capture the rook so you can win material.
Yeah, of course. So we make a check and at the same time we use a discovered attack because the black queen is unprotected, yeah, which is good for us. Okay, so you see why it's not good to capture the rook. What if the king tries to escape to d7? What happens then?
Then you
So I think, yes, that in this position probably we can attack the king. Yeah, and maybe we can just use f5 square. I think that we have a choice, and both of the moves, yeah, bishop f5 or queen f5 should be good for us. So yeah, queen f5, it looks like a checkmate, right? Or we also could move the bishop instead of the queen, so it's a checkmate, right, Tara?
yeah.
Yeah. So now when we discussed both of these moves, king c8 and king d7, yeah, you know that if black chooses one of them, position would be winning for white. So that's why the king tries to escape to b6. Okay, what should we do in this position? How should we play?
We should keep trying to give checks,
Mhm.
or so try to make a draw.
Okay.
You can move your rook to c6, and it'll be protected by the bishop.
Yeah, and now again we have to discuss several possible moves for the king. It has the square a5, b5, and a7. Let's first discuss what happens if the king goes to b5. So I'm not sure that we have mate, yeah, but maybe we still have a chance to win the black queen. What do you think?
You can move the bishop to d3.
Yeah, of course. So if we play bishop d3 in this position, yeah, so black captures the rook, but we win the queen. Good for us, yeah? So that's why now you know that king b5 is not the best move. So what about king a5? What happens now? Yeah, maybe we still can try a crazy rook in this position.
You could move the rook to a6.
Yeah, okay. So rook a6. What happens if the king captures?
Then the bishop captures the rook.
Yeah, still discovers attack. So king takes, queen captures the queen. Okay, let's go back. So now you see that both of these moves at the fifth rank are not good for the black king. Okay, so what if the king moves to a7?
Then still you go rook a6.
Yeah, rook a6. What happens if the king captures?
Then the same discovered attack. The bishop captures the rook.
Okay, I agree with you. What about king b8?
Then rook a8.
Okay, what if I still capture?
It's the same discovered attack.
Yeah, so you say every time when the black king tries to avoid these checks, yeah, and tries something else, white gets an extra material. So yeah, it's just a beautiful example of the crazy rook. Yeah, it's kind of like a square, yeah. For the crazy rook, we just should move it like this. Yeah, and for black, it's better just to like agree, yeah, accept this repetition. Yeah, because like if black tries to move the king somewhere else or just to capture the rook, yeah, it will be a winning position for white. So very nice and really unusual example of the crazy rook. So just like beautiful position, beauty of chess.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to others. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Bye!